confident and bold. She ready, never gonna back down. She ready, ooh, yeah, she wearing that crown. She ready, ooh, she ready. She walking and talking, no faking, creating.
Either I will find a way or I will make one. Male or female, this quote applies to you. Virgo, what I love about you is your attention to detail, your need to go the distance. And even if there is no way, you will make one. Right now in your life, Spirit wants you to embody your true nature, knowing that nothing is outside of your reach and your control when it comes to you. Nothing can hold you down. Nothing can box you in unless you give it your power. Maybe there's something in the past you willingly handed your power over to, and you feel stuck. This can be a person, place, or a thing. But no matter what, Spirit is letting you know the power is within you. Now is the time for you to access that power within you. It doesn't matter what happened or how it happened. Now it is about finding a way to take your personal power back. And if you can't find one, do whatever it takes, Virgo, to create one. You have the green light from Spirit to rightfully recall what is yours. And salutations, my Virgos. It's Tori, the Hope Dealer of Guided Intuition, and I'm here to do your monthly spiritual guidance. This is what your guides, Jesus, Allah, the universe, whoever it is you believe in, my Virgos. This is what they want you to pay attention to in this moment in time in your life. Whenever this video finds you or you come back and revisit this video, there is a message in here for you that is going to assist and help you tap into your intuition and what you know to be your truth. With that being said, this is a general message, okay? Meaning it might be for you and it might not. However, there are so many beautiful souls that are sharing their gifts, Virgo. You're going to find someone who picks up on your energy. But if you have, honestly, I don't even know why I say that anymore, because when I make these in videos, I set intentions that it grabs who it needs to grab. So you can trust that. Nothing just happens in the universe or in the world, I believe. So my Virgos, crazy thing is when I begin to do your session, soon as I tapped into your energy, my anxiety like shot out of the roof, out of my body, out of this room, out of this house, like skyrocketed. Okay. I was like, ooh, I gotta calm down. Ooh, I was like, what is going on here? My anxiety was over the roof. And as you can see, I had to grab my Palo Santo honey with a little bit of sage in there, and sage the atmosphere, sage myself. Then I had to go to my altar, honey, and get my I don't know if you ever been to those, I always mess this word up, guys, botanica. It's not a botanica, but it's like a spiritual shop, but usually what's practicing here is Santeria. Beautiful souls. I had to go get my, my little protection, this stuff that I'm showing you right here. It's like crushed eggshells. There is a name for it, but I just do what's right to my spirit. If it feels good to me and I'm in vibrationally linked with that, I'm going to do it. So it might be weird. It might be a little witchy, but I was just really guided to just really protect my energy. Sage and Palo Santo, I put this X on my hand. What this just does, or you can just make your own little concoction and set some intentions because you're powerful. It just wards off anything that's not meant to, anything that is not meant to be with you. because, or if I do anything, I always make sure that I am protecting my energy as being an empath. And I really feel needed to like talk to somebody about that. Whether you do like a little meditation on YouTube, I'll link it down below. She has like 5 minute, 10-minute meditations that, for someone at one point in time, like my attention span was not there, honey. I could not sit through a 20 minute meditation. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I had to find, and being autistic, if you don't know that, Tori is what you call a super high functional autistic woman. So, probably a little bit of ADHD in there. Also, I'm dyslexic. So there's a lot going on in the backfield. So just normal things of that nature does not do it for me. So I had to find something that was very, got the job done, but wasn't 30, 40 hour long. Okay. And she is good at that, but just doing like, protecting your energy field, cutting cords with past lovers, but somebody that you were tied to, and I still feel like even if you're not with them energetically, their energy is still around and their energy is depleting. It's very draining. It's very no ma'am. So I want you to make sure that you are taking care of your energy through a meditation, going outside, whispering to the trees, saying, hey, look, guys, I'm coming out here. I need you to clear me. Hug me, take it out, take this away, transmute it into the earth, let the earth transmute it and bring it back up to that good vibration. Just doing something of that nature is really going to help you, because something that you are doing in this time in your life, Virgo, is you are stepping into your truth if you haven't already. And now you are about to live in your truth. You are about to live in your truth. For some of you, I don't know why, because even though Tori is, I want to say, a part-time vegetarian, but that's what I choose to do. You might want to just back off harsher, like eating like heavier foods like meat, because there's something about your vibration, okay, that you got to clear out. You got to clear out your vibration from past, anything that weighs you down. You know what I'm saying? So even going like on a detox, a fast, I'm not saying that you can't come back to that, but just for, just until you level out the energy in your body, you level out your aura, I would suggest that. That's another way that you can vibe up higher, or that you can, you're really vibing up because you're about to do something that I feel like you've never done before, and you're about to live in your truth. Not other people's expectations, Virgo. Because what people don't know about you is they might see you as somebody that, you really put, it's like, Virgo gives off this sternness, but I'm a moon Virgo, so I totally know what that's about, Virgo. You really sacrifice your well-being for the better of others. And you've learned a major lesson around that. So if I could clap, but I'm holding this mic, but I'm clapping for you, Virgo. I'm super, super ecstatic for you that you have learned a major lesson of no one's well-being comes before mine. You've learned a lesson of, I'm not willing to sacrifice my happiness and my well-being for anybody. And that's not selfish. Okay? So you are coming into living your truth. Did y'all hear that quote? I was like, Virgo, yes! Like, you get it. You get your worth. You get it that you're an amazing person, and just because other people project their mess onto you has nothing to do with you. You better stand in that. Do you understand me, Virgo? You better stand your pretty ass in that, or handsome self in that. You better know who you are. Because the moment that you begin to know who you are and stop playing with you, life will recognize you and stop sending you bullshit. And even if the bullshit came, honey, it can't stay long. So don't wonder why people leave your life. If you were wondering, why didn't this job work out? Damn. Why didn't this person work out? Damn. Why every time I try, it just is never enough? It's not meant. It's not meant. So I'm loving that. I'm proud of you. Ooh, ooh. Can we give like air claps? I'm so proud of you. Ooh. Because whoever you are a good ass person. When anybody comes to you, but I feel like Virgo, that's preparing you for some kind of, for some of you, some kind of leader position in your life or in your community. For some of you worldwide, but you know what I'm saying? It's preparing you, because that's a good leader. A good leader just doesn't think about their self. A good leader thinks about everyone and self. Self and everyone. Because I want to make sure I say this right to you, Virgo. Not everyone is self. Self and everyone is included in your decisions and how you show up in what you do. Keep that about you. That's amazing. You understand me? That's really going to help you maneuver, help you, but everything needs to be balanced. And this is what I want to tell you, Virgo. And I had to learn this with this big, beautiful, amazing heart of mine. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Maya Angelou. Not that you cannot, because I don't believe that people cannot change, but it is not your job to fix people, and it is not your job to hold their hand through a transition. Because sometimes, Virgo, you can get your life purpose mixed up, what you're meant to do in the world, with your romantic relationships and friendships. No, ma'am, that inner circle needs to be on the same vibration. It might look different, but vibrationally, honey, it's together. You need people that are going to willingly take responsibility for their self, because you can't be the caregiver to other people. So that's how you're going to know if someone's for your life. If they try to make you the caregiver and they don't take responsibility. No, ma'am. You have to allow people unconditional love, and that doesn't mean stick by them. That means simply allow them to be, and whatever that being is, not holding judgment, but be discerning, because judgment and discerning are two different things. They are not the same. Do not be judgment. Allow them to have that experience, whatever that experience is. Be discerning to know that if I allow that in my life, it's going to mess up what I have going here. I cannot take that risk. That was a mouthful. Let's go ahead and get into these cards, honey. So when I pulled the cards for you guys about, what energy are you coming into? I'm super excited, super proud of you, because somebody just had a major, major breakthrough when it comes to your worth, or how you see yourself, or how you show up in life, in situations. Like, come on, Virgo. Yes. So one of the things that came to mind, I'm going to put the crystals on the screen, guys, because I mess up the words. But, you can see us pulling these together, but I'm just going to go ahead and get started. We have escape your mind. Who needs it? Anyone in need of a vacation from their thoughts. So, and it says when to use it: whenever someone or something you love needs a zap of healing energy, awaken your inner wizard or witch and cast a spell with this crystal. So you are casting a spell, and how you're going to escape your mind, Virgo, is that you're just going to start living in your truth. I know, right? You know, you are going to escape your mind by stop holding thoughts and feelings and emotions in, and you're going to start speaking your mind. People don't realize that's healing. When you speak your truth, when you say what you need to say, when you speak your truth. Like one of the things, Virgo, that I just didn't I'm going to actually come on my channel and just and publicly address it and talk about it with you guys and have that moment is, you know, one of the things that I've been owning proudly and loudly and no longer stuffing it down and keeping it hidden is the fact that I am what you call a super high functioning autistic woman. I'm autistic, guys. I know I just said that, but like, and I'm saying that again because I know I have love muffins that have been rocking with me from the beginning. I know, like, yeah, like, what, Tori, you don't look like a typical autistic woman. You don't look like an autistic person. A lot of mine is internalized, and I have mastered the game, Virgo. That's how I know you on a whole nother level. I have mastered the art of masking. I can camouflage. I can blend in seamlessly to the wall. But can you imagine me doing that? There would be no guided intuition. I'm about to cry because some of y'all just didn't just let it yourself melt in with the wall. Like, whew, that's a lot. You just not seen, not heard, not a peep. And maybe that's from childhood, really healing those inner wounds. How you stand up for whatever was taken away from you, Virgo, is that you speak your truth and you stand in your truth. Because I used to feel like letting people know that I'm autistic, oh my God, they're going to, because I grew up in the hood. Tori's a hood baby. If you don't know what the hood is, you can Google that. I broke the standards for myself. But being autistic, growing up in a household who did not know anything about mental health, what that was, when you were different, and especially being autistic, I didn't grow up with those big names that they use it for now. I was called, if you said if I was to let that little secret out the bag that I was autistic, I would be called dumb, illiterate, all of these names that came with that, retarded, all of these names that, the world tries to classify these people, like us, like me. I don't know. Am I talking to somebody that's autistic? Okay. If you are, hi, I love you. High fives. Let's do that. But, all these names that they socialize, when it's simply that I process different. And I'm going to take it a step even further, Virgo, so you can live in your truth and you see a woman like me living in my truth. If you looked at my journal, you would know I'm autistic. You would know, like, you would think like a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old wrote my journaling. Like, most people can't understand because I don't process the American wording right. It's just, I just don't see it how everyone else sees it. Plus being dyslexic. So I created my own alphabet. I created my own way of my own language, and I've been doing it all this time. And like, nobody would never know unless you were in that intimate space with me. So yes, I am inviting you into that intimate space with me because I need you to know, no matter what that truth is, I want you to stand in it. At 33 years old, I don't, most words out of reading, out of habit, but I don't really understand. I have to go Google, look at it. Sometimes Spirit just gives me words and my guys just even give me what the meaning is. That's how I'm telling you. If there's a word I've ever given to you guys or give to you guys, and I'm like, well, yeah, I don't know where that came from. You definitely want to go research that word. Okay. But yeah, own you. Because when you own you, Virgo, can't nobody tell you about you. When you fully accept yourself, when you fully accept your truth, can't nobody say nothing to me. Because those parts of you are beautiful. Those parts of you that we deem as, oh my God, it shouldn't be seen, is what makes you unique. It's what makes you you. I love individuality. I'm an advocate for individuality. I don't know why I'm going here in this reading, but somebody needs to own their individuality. It is not a handicap. It is what makes you different. It is what helps paint the world. If the world was just all white or all dark, we are the paintbrushes. We are what connects the rainbow. We are what paints this beautiful space. So, okay. Yeah. With the you are escaping your mind by living in your truth. So whether you fully doing it now, come back here 6 months a year. I bet you live in that truth. I love it because it's something that is just going to keep like the intensify to just like pop out of that fucking wall and just do you and be you is just going to override every little thing that has kept you in line and kept you camouflaged and masked. You're taking your mask off, which I love. Okay. And again, you got another card. It says, get real with your truth. So yeah, this is the energy you're coming into it. Who needs it? Anybody looking to get honest with themselves. Yes, that honesty. Come on. Because guys, when I own that, when I love that part of me, when I processed it, yes, hey, I am this is who I am. And why do I feel shame and guilty about that? Because it doesn't look like somebody else's truth. And because simply I just process differently. There are many versions of love. There are many careers, but we don't sit here. But no, actually, some of the world do criticize certain job titles and certain careers, but not knowing that put it all together and it all works. So what I'm seeing this as, getting real with your truth and standing in your truth, is going to help you remove judgment of yourself, which is going to open you up to a whole another world. Maybe you're holding on to past relationships, past, whatever, past mistakes, and I don't know, or maybe you for some of my Virgos, your children, it's okay. And when to use this crystal right here. Guys, as you can see, you're going to see the crystal down there below, but when it's time to reclaim your energy from wherever it's been and whomever it's been with. Now listen. You just seen us shuffle these cards together. When I was that first message, I channeled that when I got on here. So I'm telling you, there's somebody, I'm full, some of you, this could be a past lover, because even when I was in your energy, we don't even realize that certain things that we connect ourselves. That's why I'm an advocate for cord cutting. So I'm going to link the meditation down below, Virgo, for the channel. If I get through this whole video, because sometimes, guys, that's why I'm writing it down. Like I said, I process differently. If you don't see it, just simply go in the comment section, say, hey, Tori, where's that information? That will signal my brain and I will make sure that I put it in. But the goal is to put it in here. So make sure that you're cord cutting. She has cord cutting. She has energy, energy protections, inner child meditations, self-love. She is just, I love her. Michelle, she's called the adult chair. I freaking love her. Oh, I just hit my head. She's been like a part of my evolution of self. I freaking love her. And even as I'm doing your session, Virgo, I have my rose cord tucked away in my sports bra. So really give yourself self-love and compassion right now, okay? As you because you got open your love channel. Your heart's expanding for yourself because I feel like you've already given it to other people. And this crystal, who needs it? Anyone with a heavy heart about something, collectors of good vibrations. Yeah, I feel like you choosing yourself, that means you're going to have to let somebody else go and let some things go. And again, like I said, you have such a big heart. You are basically, you've for a long time, you've sacrificed your well-being, your happiness for others. And Spirit is just saying, nah, no more of that. You got to know and believe that by you honoring yourself, you are and following your truth and removing yourself out of certain situations, you are allowing people to really have the experience and do the things that they're meant to do too. Okay? So yeah, you are opening the love for yourself. You are opening compassion for yourself. I love to see it, Virgo. Also, lastly, we have the jasper. I know how to pronounce that one. Crystal, and it says strengthening your foundation. So it's what's crazy with strengthening your foundation, this energy that you're coming into, Virgo. It might seem like certain things are falling apart, like the opposite of strengthening your foundation is happening. But no, what's going on is you are getting a moving away from what does not serve you and moving away from foundations that are faulty. So this can show up in your family dynamic, any relationship, careership, workship, lovership, friendship, family ship, any ship that it is not an equal give and receive is going to unravel. Any ship that you have been people pleasing or compromising who you are, not really being authentic and showing yourself is going to unravel. I'm telling you. So the best bet for you is just to say what you mean. Speak your mind. You can do it lovingly. You can do it. Be passionate about your boundaries. But it says strengthen your foundation. Who needs it? Air signs. Okay, city folk. Literally, it says city folk. That's so cute. When to use it: when you want to get back into your body after a stressful work week, a long flight, or a lit meditation session. So again, you are strengthening your foundation, and it can almost look like your foundation is coming apart, but it's not. Things that are not meant to be in your life are moving away, so you can really have a foundation that's sturdy, or a foundation with good, that's solid, so you can build upon it. Okay, did I say that? Okay, all right, there we go. Now, Virgo, we're going to go ahead and get into the rest of the guidance that Spirit has for you at this time. So let's see. Okay, Virgo, so at the bottom of the deck, we had this card right here. I was guided to use two decks with you. And this card is all about being like, in between a rock and a hard place. As you see how the clouds are down at the bottom instead of at the top. Sometimes you have to go to those unpleasant places in order to gain the clarity, or to come up. So if you were questioning why something happened the way that it did, maybe it took you to your lowest of lows, Virgo. I don't know why I was about to call you guys Gemini again. But, whatever way you have been, look at that conditioning card that came out. Whatever way that you have been, it really wasn't cohesive. Is that's the word that came to my mind, guys. To who you are, and where you're going in your life. So sometimes we get put in those situations, Virgo, where you can't, you got to make a decision. Whether let your feet dang and you go to the other side, or you let you let your feet go and then you go to the other side, or you hold on with your hands and let your feet go. Like, you have to figure out. And sometimes it's about just letting the chips fall where they may, because whatever life or whatever way of being that you were holding on to, it was not good for you. So it's only up from here. And I love how they put the clouds down below, because wherever you're standing, it was hard. And sometimes we are scared to let go, even though something is not good for us. Look how that position is. Who needs to be in that kind of position? But being that it's all we know, or we can't see where we're going to go when we drop, we'll hold on to dear life. So I feel like you're going to be letting that go, moving away from that. So I'm excited for you. It's go time, Virgo, and I know that can be a little scary, but you got everything that you need. You lack nothing within you. And it's so crazy because as I'm putting down these cards in this deck, the bottom of the deck is your perceived obstacle. And perceived obstacle meaning it's all in your mind. And your two cards, one is abundance and the other is strength. So, something that's happening for you by you speaking your truth is you're going to balance out your masculinity and femininity. You are realizing that you are your own twin flame. You are mastering both dualities within you. You are being your nurturer and your protector. You are using your intuition and taking action. So you're about to really embark on a journey of playing with both of those polar opposites within you and mastering self. Ooh, do I smell enlightenment on you? I do. I smell it. It smells good. Um, really, really, really mastering that within yourself, realizing when to give nurturing and when to receive it, when to take action and when to hold, when to stand still. You get what I'm saying? People think literally, if you try to, and let's just say if you, my Virgos that are trying to have a relationship, male or female, like, before you can try to go look for that in somebody else or have that in somebody else or be able to receive that, because sometimes you don't even go looking for it. But if you haven't mastered that within yourself, it's going to be hard to receive that from somebody else or even give that to somebody else. So you're doing that work. I love it. You've processed a lot of trauma. And that's what healing is, allowing yourself to process, to feel all these tools to, help you process what it is that you need to process so you can show up as your authentic self. You're doing that. And I love to see it. I don't know why I'm loving that word right now, but I love to see it. So, your perceived obstacles for this month is that you lack nothing. The abundance, whatever you've been looking for outside of yourself is inside of you. The talents, the worth, the validation, the yes, you can. It's all inside of you. There is no lack. It's only a lack mentality. Okay? You have the abundance right here. Whatever that abundance is to you, it's obtainable in any of those ships that I mentioned. And for some of my Virgos, I don't know why, but like as I'm saying this, my anxiety just wants to like flare up, Yeah, maybe you've never been in a relationship where you're valued. Maybe you've never been in a space where you're valued, and now you are. You have the strength to speak your truth when you like something, when you don't like something, when you want to be a part of something and you don't want to be a part of something. You are the inspiration at the winner's table. Like, you belong here. You belong at this table. You're good, okay? So even when you feel like you don't have the strength and you lack it, you do have the strength. It's just a mental block that you have to overcome. And the more that you see yourself, the more that you show up, the more that you speak up for yourself, the easier that it's going to get right here. Because one thing that you're leaving behind, and your spiritual team is telling you very clearly conditioning, you can't blend in. Maybe you've been trying to blend in when it comes to your relationships or people pleasing. That's what heavily I'm getting in any area of your life. It's time to go away from that and start a new beginning, because with a venture here, that's the Fool card, and the Fool card is 0. So the scales have been reset. You literally have a new life in front of you. Okay, with this rebirth. Yes, a rebirth. So what do you want to create now? Because you got creativity clarifying the rebirth. Now that you're rebirthed, now that you're anew, now that the scales have been set to 0, whether it's in your love life, your career, within yourself, your personal development, your spiritual life, All of those categories, you're a new person. You have been rebirthed. So you've learned those major lessons about conditioning, keeping things in, not speaking your truth, not saying what it is that you need to do. You've learned those major lessons. Now you're being able to show up and create what it is that you want to do. So on this new path, something that spirit wants you to be aware of, to not take with you, no matter how many people try to come up against you with the 7 of Wands, like you have to defend what is yours. You have to defend what is just. So what you need to not do with this projections right here, if you see this people's face, like the lady is smiling, but inwardly she's not. And outwardly, the guy is not smiling, but inwardly he is. And then clarifying that we have transformation. You need to mean what you say and say what you mean. This is going to bring the transformation that, ultimately is of your highest good. Continue this transformation. You need to mean what you say. Okay. Period. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Do what you say you're going to do, and don't do what you say you're going to do. Do not do anything that makes you be inauthentic to you to please others. This is how you're going to keep furthering this transformation right here. Yeah, it's kind of like everything that I was just saying up until this point, Virgo. But the thing that you really need to know is that change is here. Keep living in your truth. And the abundance that you are dancing with, because I don't want to say chasing, because you're not chasing it. You're on your path. You're going to get everything that's for you. It will find you. You don't have to go looking for it. It's just about you standing in your authentic truth, and make sure that you're meditating, make sure that you're taking the time for you. Any stones that work well with anxiety, I would definitely take that, because you're doing something new. You're standing in your truth. You're doing a new thing. And I know it's scary. It's like, oh my God, but baby, you got this. Look at everything that you've been over in your life. Tell Tori you don't got this. This is peons. This is nothing compared to what you have overcame, conquered, ate, arose from the ashes, and soared like the phoenix you were. Phoenix, not Venus. Phoenix you were. You know what I mean, Virgo. Okay, so guys, I hope this video brought you some clarity, some understanding, got you excited for who you are and where your life is headed. You are incredible. Don't forget to like this video, share with your fellow Virgos. It might be a message in here for them too. I love you guys. Oodles and oodles of much. And I will catch you on my channel. Oh my God. Channel. I'm not editing this. Channel. I think I'm hungry, guys. I think I want some Chipotle. I love you guys. Have a beautiful rest of April, and I will catch you on my channel. Take care.
Follow, she blazing.